Hello, everyone, and welcome to Last Take. I get the last take, motherfuckers. A More Hoops production. Day 4 of the Olympics. And, it's kind of a family affair. Like one of the things that I really love about the Olympics, and it was, really emphasized today, is, the inclusion of, the families in a lot of the, you know, broadcast and celebration and everything like that. So it's really cool seeing these families watch their family members compete and them celebrate with them. And yeah, it's really cool. And the women's gymnastics today, like, is where I want to start, because you know once again, Simone Biles is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And you know shout out to her, for kind of scoring one for mental health. Like, she backed out in 2020 because she was having issues with mental health. And she did the right thing for her team, and she got a lot of criticism for it, you know but obviously it was the right thing to do. She was able to come back, fresh, and she was pretty goddamn awesome today. And that whole team was amazing. Jordan Childs too. And back to the family thing, her parents, Gina and Timothy Childs, and her dad especially, they were great in the stands. Like, there's a great thing, I think, where she was on the bars, and she's making her landing, and dad's like, yes, what was it, like, yes, stick it like butter. And like, I love those moments, just seeing the families, get that moment. Because you know the way we're reacting, you know to these athletes and them winning and stuff like that, I imagine, if it's a family member, it's got to be amplified, like, tenfold. Like, it's just, so it's really cool that they include that in the broadcast, and it makes it a lot more fun. And that women's gymnastics team, they're just amazing. And gymnasts in general, they're just incredible athletes. The peak of what they do, just, I mean, how can you not appreciate that if you appreciate athletics at all? Gymnasts are just a whole other breed. They're amazing. So yeah, that, shout out to the women's team for getting the team gold. It was great, man. But as you guys all know, that I love the water polo. And we got a nice win today. Men's water polo team played freaking awesome today. They won 14-8. They scored 7 straight goals. Oh shoot, I forgot to write who it was against here. Dang it. Messed up my own notes there. But great, great game to see them, really bounce back after that first game. And they were awesome. So, 1-1, I believe one more to go in the qualifying rounds, and the women should play tomorrow. So yeah, water polo has been great and a lot of great fun. And then the women's rugby team today made history. They won a bronze medal. And not only did they win it, they won it in pretty spectacular fashion. If you know anything about the sport, it was a last second 95-yard run to tie the game, and then the extra point was to win the game. And just pretty awesome, man. Awesome that they won the bronze, especially like after, one of their athletes was getting a lot of criticism for not being feminine enough. I mean, for God's sakes, it's rugby. I would hope she's not feminine. Anyway, but pretty awesome for them to be like that, and to win the bronze. That's a sport that we usually get our ass kicked in. So yeah, that was awesome to see. And and to win it in that kind of a fashion, and it was great. They score the touchdown, and then they shoot to the sidelines, and they're all excited and kind of jumping up and down. But then one of the teammates is like, wait, no, shut up, like, because they got to still kick the extra point. Just it was great. And then swimming was a lot of fun today too. The women's 100-meter backstroke was pretty awesome. The Aussie did get the gold, but we got silver and bronze in that, and that was an incredible race. Just apparently like 4 of the fastest swimmers to ever swim, they were up against each other, and they went 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. So McEwen, the Aussie, she won it. Reagan Smith got the silver, and Catherine Burkhoff got the bronze. So yeah, go swim team. I believe last I heard medal counts up to 15 for the swim team, that's pretty cool, man. Pretty awesome. It's nice to see us still raking in the gold medals there for the swim team. As a former swimmer, I love it. And then the men's 800 meter was also a fun race to watch, for a distance race. I was never a distance swimmer, like my sister was the distance swimmer. Like I was the sprinter. So yeah, I admire these distance swimmers, because that's a whole different, strategy and a whole different race, and it was a great race by Fink. And he ended up getting the silver, but just awesome to see, because he apparently trains with Katie Ledecky too. So they push each other, and cool to see that he came so close to getting that gold. But the Irishman who won it, Whiffen, he was really, really good, because just incredible, steady pace throughout the whole thing. And then when they kick in that last extra gear for the last 50 meters, yeah, he was pretty exceptional. And Fink had a pretty incredible run for that last 50 meters, because he was actually in third, and he ended up overtaking to get second, but just couldn't catch up with the Irishman. But great race. So if you got Peacock, that's a great one to go back and watch if you're curious, either of those swimming events. So and then I missed this one this morning, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch the replay of it yet, but apparently France escaped this morning in basketball with what was apparently a pretty good game with Japan. I guess a couple of overtimes, and they ended up winning on a 3-point shot where the shooter got fouled. So basically a 4-point play, and it was a pretty ticky-tack foul. Unfortunate, because it's you watch the videotape, and your first reaction is like, oh, that's bullshit. But then you watch the videotape, and you see he actually does kind of touch his hip and kind of push him just a little bit. So it's within the rules, but just so frustrating. It's just because it feels like France just got a little bit of home cooking for that win. So yeah, but Rui was apparently pretty awesome. So I'm hoping to go back and watch that when I get a chance. I want to see how he's looking, actually. So but there was criticism apparently, because he only got 3 rebounds, which that's something you still need to work on, Rui. The scoring is great, but yeah, we do need to see some more rebounds. That would definitely be helpful. But anyway, that was about it for today. Those are the ones that I watched. There's a whole lot more going on than that. But I try and keep these short and sweet every night, and just give my take at the end of the day. And it's just awesome to have the Olympics back, have something to talk about, because we did get teased today about the possibility of the Lakers are cooking something up. But like, as I tweeted out today, it's just like floating hope on an ocean of need at this point. So just like, I'm not going to get my hopes up. When it happens, it happens. Like, that's new CBA. It's a long summer, and it feels like everything's going to drag out for a while. And it also feels like, everything's being held up, I think, by Lauri Markkanen possibly getting moved or not. I think if he possibly gets moved, which should come up soon here by next week, because by August 6th, Danny should be able to sign him himself at least. So, we can maybe kind of get a decision on whether or not he's going to be traded. And that might possibly get the ball rolling on some more trades and some other stuff. But I guess we'll just wait and see, Anyway, that's about it for me. And so I will catch you all tomorrow night. And my new podcast, talking about sleazy 70 movies. I was thinking about dropping it this week, even thinking about doing like a week now, but that just feels like, like that needs to be like a weekend thing. So I'm thinking like Friday or Saturday, I'll probably, drop it after I do the Friday nights last take. So just a heads up for you guys, but that's it. I will catch you all later. Have a good one. Stay zooted.